how to train your mind to know, not even believe, to know that your desire has already been fulfilled or it has already happened. The number one step is to credit your imagination as reality and to remember your desired state or what you desire to be as a memory. How do you do that? Well, let's say you want a certain amount of money and you have a bank app that you regularly open up. Now, imagine that your bank app has X amount of dollars in it, right? Let's say right now it is just 500. You can make it to 50,000. I have done this. I've done this in a couple of number sort of manifestations, and it has happened. Now, how does that work? It works like this. You open your app regularly, you know that. You see the layout, you understand the layout well, you can remember it easily. Now, all you have to do is where you see 500, place two more zeros and make it 50. And imagine as though this is already a fact. It is done. It is a past memory that you are remembering, not something that you are trying to make it happen. And initially your mind will reject it, understandably so. Your ego, because ego is the watchman at the gate, right? It's the conscious mind stops foreign or too weird suggestions to enter into your subconscious mind. It guards it. So it's doing its job, right? But you are the awareness behind it, right? So you can see it, observe it, like, yes, my mind or my previous consciousness or my old man is rejecting the new suggestion. That is when it is helpful to understand what manifestation is and who you actually are, right? When you realize that you are not the old man, or you are brand new every single now moment, you are the essence of God, the I am awareness, having a temporary human experience. And so what is rejecting is not God within you, it's the program. I have made a full long video about that your subconscious mind rejects nothing, or your I am awareness or God within rejects nothing. It's your conscious mind or the program, that unconscious program that is looping when you're not aware, right? You will notice during the day you are maybe you're not aware even for 5 minutes, and you're just going through the program. Something happens, you react as you have reacted in the past, and you behave as you have behaved, and you feel as you have felt, and you work as you have worked, and you only expect the same things, like a little bit of money, a little bit of happiness, food, this and that, nothing extraordinary, nothing out of the ordinary. Therefore nothing really changes, right? You live the same. Even though you are not in the same reality, you are every single moment you are in a new reality and you are a new you. But since the program is the same or very slightly tweaked, very little, you don't see much of a difference. But the point is, the program will reject the new suggestion. This is where you train your program to accept new suggestions with ease. How do you do that? First of all, you cannot train your mind and program if you are identified with only your mind. Okay, let me put that clearly and as bluntly as possible. If you are identified with the ego cannot change ego. You're just wasting your time. You have to understand who you really are. That's literally the first principles of manifestation that all these teachers talk about, but some people don't like it. They do not like the idea that, oh, am I one with God? You are saying that I am this grand thing, this mystical thing that I thought was outside of me, and that makes people uncomfortable, understandably so. But you have to understand that if you're not one with God, then you cannot change nothing, because everything is outside of you. It has a will of its own, and you're just shooting in the dark and wasting your time. But once you understand that your I am awareness is everything that you see, only God alone exists, as Neville Goddard said. So it's all of it. That's why when you change your concept of self, things around you change, because they are the same substance. It's all God. So God says, okay, you have changed, let me change the scenery for you. And the program comes in and says, no, you're lying to yourself. So when you will imagine the 50,000, your program will say, what are you doing? We don't have 50,000. It's literally, you're deluding yourself. You know, be realistic, get realistic, right? This shit doesn't happen. Manifestation is a joke. What are you talking about, right? Become realistic. You need to work hard. Go get it, you know, get ready for tomorrow to go to work. And stop living in the clouds. I can tell you all this because I've been there, right? Even now, it's every day we choose to be more I am awareness and purify our consciousness from the program. In this human experience, the program was necessary, the ego was necessary, because without it, you can't really have a separation-based experience. So it was necessary. But every day, it's an everyday practice, right? You have to choose your I am awareness to be your real self, and this is how you train your program to become better. I talked about in the last video that some people have much better program and much better ego than you. That's why they are rich, or that's why they have seem to have more abundance or love in life. Now, of course, they have their own problem. There is nobody here on this human experience who is free from problems, because problems are part of the human experience. This is what it is about. But a lot of people have better, much better program running their life unconsciously than you. And since I talk to a lot of people on my coaching service, by the way, if you want to work with me one-on-one, the link is in the description, or you can join the membership channel where I answer all your questions every Saturday in a live stream. The link is in the description. So I talk to a lot of people. Some people have love issues that they want to deal with. Other people have money issues, some have health issues, some have family issues. What I'm trying to get at is this. Those who have love issues and don't have money issues, they talk about money completely differently as opposed to somebody who has money issues, right? So their program is very nice. There was this wonderful creator that I talked about, and they said that getting a new house is nothing for me, I just get them. It's always been this way. Now imagine somebody who cannot pay bills in their rental apartment. Now imagine them trying to get the house. It will feel totally foreign and alien to them because the program will reject it. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because everybody is running a program, and somebody has better program than you. They are no different than you, but they are still unconscious. Most people are still unconsciously living life. But what I'm getting at is you can train your program. I know being with your I am awareness 24/7 every single day continuously may or may not be possible for all individuals. But building a better program to accept by default good things on behalf of you while you are just chilling, living life, is very feasible. So people who have, some people have no problem attracting love. It just comes to them and they will tell you like, no, I've never had a problem with love. People just fawn over me, just because I don't have to try. But then they will tell you that money, it has always been tight. My mother used to say, money doesn't grow on trees. You gotta go and earn it, you gotta work for it and all this stuff. So the program is terrible. What most people in manifestation community will say, beliefs and subconscious beliefs and assumptions. I call it program because it's automatic and it operates under radar, and it's like a self-organized. It just goes and it lives your life in a very, very familiar pattern. So how to train your program is to first disidentify with it. This is why I said that you cannot change ego with ego. And you are not gonna get rid of ego either in this human experience. That's not the point. The point is to see ego as a tool, as a program, as a routine that does things for you that when you are not consciously doing them, right? So for somebody who has built a better program, like money always comes to me, I get houses easily, or my abundance keeps on growing, business has always been easy for me, I always get what I want, beliefs like this, or I'm a lucky dude, my luck is awesome and just things happen to me. Now these programs, even if this person is not consciously thinking about it all the time, they are running. They're gonna keep on making his luck great, keep on getting money, keep on getting love and all this stuff. And he does not have to be conscious. But initially, to change a program that is unconscious and running your life, you have to become conscious. You have to become present. You have to notice it. And then you have to disidentify with it. This is why when you will see that what is rejecting the $50,000 suggestion, you will see that it's not I am awareness. To God, 50,000, 5,000,000, $50, 5 pennies is same, or a rock. They have no inherent value to God. To God is just an experience, the same thing. To manifest 5 million to 5 pennies, right? So what is rejecting it is the program, is what you have lived as for decades. So the moment you disidentify with it, you're like, okay, yeah, this is the old program that is saying I don't have 50,000 there. It's okay, I don't have to do nothing with it. I'm no longer that person anymore. I remember in my imagination, and imagination is the real reality, you have to credit it that way. Because if you identify with I am awareness, you are identifying with the imagination, because that's God. Right? God is the dream substance that animates everything. It's illogical, it's impersonal, you cannot quantify it, you cannot understand from ego's perspective. It's that mythical thing that is alive within you. And when in meditation, when your mind goes numb, your body goes asleep, when you are just aware of being, that is God in you. That shows you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, because you can exist beyond it. Dreams are another example. In your dreams, your body is asleep, your mind is asleep. Now some will say, oh, it's your subconscious, but there are many interpretations to that. But dreams are an example of that you are not your body or your mind. So that is when you disidentify with the program. You see that who is rejecting it, you see it's the program, it's my human beliefs, my realistic limitations. Naval Goddard calls it Satan. That is rejecting it. But I say, no, I remember seeing $50,000 in my bank app. And you keep remembering it like that. I remember it this way. I remember that my health has always been good. Or if health, for some people health can be a little bit challenging to go from 0 to 100 all of a sudden, but so you can say, I remember my health improving day by day, every single day. So you gradually and with consistency raise your consciousness and ease the program into believing that your health is improving. This is persistence, this is reprogramming yourself. Continuous suggestion, or in case of things that you can jump, you just remember it that way in imagination. You say, this is how it is. You train your mind, and when the mind rejects it, when the program rejects it, you realize who is rejecting it. Not God, not I am awareness. It is the program that is rejecting it. Disidentification with it will help you train it. If you think you are it, how can you change it? Right? It overpowers you with logic, with reasoning, with evidence from the past, with evidence from right now. It has all the data on you. You cannot defeat it. Ego cannot change ego. It's only in disidentification with it can you install a new routine, a new program. So in case of love, right? A lot of you SP guys are, I can sense that you still feel a victim of your SP. And that is not a consciousness where love can, in its fullness be experienced. And so you have to let go of all that old man and that old program, that program that caused the relationship to go sour or not built. right? It could be like, I am not worthy, I've always been betrayed, I don't feel good enough, you know, or they are too high, they are too great, all these things. You have to let that go. And you have to remember it like, oh, they have always loved me. They've always been into me. You remember it. And you can imagine a scene where whatever you imagine, like marriage with them or being with them, you make it a memory. You say that this is who you are, this is what is your experience with them, and then you only remember it that way. So when you make it into a memory that they have always loved you, your old programming will immediately come back and say, no, we have the evidence, they have never loved you, or you have had a terrible breakup or this or that. But that is when you have to disidentify with it and realize that all realities exist right now, and you are not bound to one reality, and you are choosing to be that version of you who was always loved by them. And then making it as a memory like that and keep on persisting in it. This is how you reprogram. This is what persistence is. You keep on persisting in that memory as what has happened. And you say, no, they have always been loved with me, or I have 50,000 right there. And when you open up the bank app now and you see 500 there, you can say, this is a glitch, I have 50,000 there. Yes, it sounds like delusion, but this is how you do it. Or you can do what I did when I was buying a flat in Russia. I was in my rental flat, and I made a whole story of the things that I went through, the issues. But I was walking in my rental flat, and I would superimpose with my imagination the flat that I own now, that I am walking there. So you can superimpose on the 500 when you see it in your bank app, no, there's 50,000 there. You can see it. And this is what delusion, or this is what living in the end means, right? This is how it is. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Now you acknowledge that it is false initially. You know that in the 3D it seems false, but in your imagination, in your I am awareness, and in a higher reality, this is true. So you don't try to say that in the 3D right now you're trying to change anything. This 3D will exist forever. And so you're just changing the program within. And you're saying, no, I see 50,000 there, I have 50,000. And you make it a memory. Whenever you think about it, you say, I have 50,000 there. Or my health, no, my health has been improving every single day for the past this long, and I feel fantastic. This is how you persist in it. And I've always been loved. I've always been chosen, and they're already married to me, so I don't care. And you train your mind by persisting in your imagination as a fact right now that has already happened. You're not trying to make it happen in this 3D. You acknowledge that this 3D or this reality will exist forever the way it is, but you are shifting into a new reality where what you want has already happened. It's already happened, so of course it's a done deal. This is why you are remembering it. You are not trying to make it happen, you are remembering it as already have happened. And you keep choosing it. And then eventually that becomes a program in your life, and then it becomes automatic. Then the bridge of incidents happen and you get what you want. So this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.